Okay.
He's just soaking it up.
So I'm going to tell you what I told Steve, right? Spider-Man is being honoured by the city. He's being given a key to the city. I don't know how Gwen Stacy and Captain Stacy swung that much power.
But Captain Stacy, Captain the whole police department, could have happened.
True, but still, it'd have to go through the mayor's office and all that and the other. I mean, fair enough, he was quite popular at the time, but it could have had a little more...
Yeah, a little more...
This is the thing, they skimmed over the top of everything.
Yeah.
And...
So he's there, and he's soaking up the ambience, and Mary Jane's there, and he says, oh, don't worry about your bad review, I'm sure we'll talk about it later. But he doesn't know that Mary Jane Lang has been fired. That's a shout out to all you Langs out there. If you ever try Broadway singing, you'll fail.
So, anyway, you think about this. He's being given a key to the city. Okay?
Big deal.
There is everyone there. There are kids, there are grown-ups, there are teenagers, there are elderly folk. Everyone is there. Now, I imagine that every single news crew in the world will probably be there, because in the Spider-Man universe, as it stands, it's separate from all the other Marvel universes. Same as Batman Begins is just Batman. Superman Returns, actually, no, they had some foreshadowing, but they're still in their own little bubble universes. So there would be no other superhero in the world. It would just be Spidey. So you'd imagine sort of like the news of the world, and not the paper, but the collective group, would be there. So anyway, I would have, if I were making this news thing, I would have every angle, pretty much as I could, shut off to see which way he swings in from. So anyway, there's Pete, in his Spider-Man costume, on the roof, with his mask off, where everyone can see. All bit someone has to look up and go, oh, it's Spider-Man without his mask. That was really dumb.
That kind of pulled you out, really. Again, another wonderful moment.
So anyway, Harry turns up.
And him and MJ have a nice conversation, and she says, "Oh, I need someone to talk to because I can't talk to my boyfriend because secrets and lies, Harry, secrets and lies." And Harry says, "Oh, don't worry about it. If you ever need anything, give me a call."
So anyway, Pete swings in and he's going Shazam, and you're like
high-fiving everyone.
Yeah, as you know, the bit where he was going down high-fiving, that was like, that's a nice touch. If I could do it, I would.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he asked Gwen Stacy to kiss him, knowing Mary Jane
was
is
right
there in the audience. And I'm going, no, it wouldn't work. Pete wouldn't do that.
Not at all. Particularly not like he first kissed Mary Jane, upside down. I mean, how much of a slap in the face is that?
Yeah, and the whole sort of like lay one on me, and all of a sudden everyone starts going, kiss him. Now, when I see Spider-Man in the flesh, should that wonderful, miraculous day ever happen, and let's face it, they found Kryptonite and they found the planet Krypton, Superman is only a little... Have you seen that thing where they found
the planet, yeah.
No, they found like a Fortress of Solitude crystals thing. There's huge crystals, like 18 feet tall. Yeah, Superman is coming, T-shirt, we believe, we believe, but we're going from one S to another. So back to Spider-Man, and I just... Why would everyone shout, kiss him? If I ever met Spider-Man in real life, I wouldn't be going, kiss the girl.
No.
No. Would that be your first thought?
No.
And then you had some little kid going,
oh. And you know what? I sympathise with that little kid.
I know. And then, but, yeah, that was just Pete going way out of order. And he wouldn't do that. In the symbiote, I can believe that kind of arrogance. But what they did is they put the arrogance in before the suit.
Which was stupid, really.
Having small bouts of arrogance and saying, I'm a hero, I'm popular, I've done all of this, I'm getting some sort of like recognition for it.
For once, yeah.
Fair enough, but the arrogance he showed was just, it was terrible.
It was wrong, it was out of character, it shouldn't have happened.
So anyway, we skip on a bit to the restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go there.
And to be honest, Bruce Campbell, I was in stitches.
Bruce Campbell, man.
I mean, round of applause to Bruce.
Round of applause, Bruce.
Seriously.
Oh.
We like Bruce Campbell. We do. Everything he does, including the Spider-Man game narrative, is absolutely fantastic.
It is.
So he comes in, and that's all rather funny.
Yep.
So there's Pete. Again, where he got this money to go to this restaurant from. I know they're getting married, but seriously.
Maybe Kirk Connors has given him a job again.
Huh?
And,
No, he's in his class. Him and Gwen are lab partners. They said nothing about him working because Kirk Connors fired him, didn't he?
That's true, and all he's got is freelance photography and...
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, he has no money. Wow.
Yeah. And we'll come on to Eddie Brock in a minute.
Yeah, we've kind of skipped him, but we'll get back to him.
We're linking. We're going through an entire film we've seen once and we don't want to see again. So yes, so that bit was good, and then sort of like
Gwen Stacy turns up because she happens to be in the restaurant, which with her dad, presumably. I think.
Yeah, that's fairly plausible.
That's fine, you know. She comes over and they say hi, and she says.
Then she reminds MJ of the kiss with Spider-Man, and you think Pete sitting there would be going,
"Please don't say that, not right now."
And then going, "MJ, I'd like you to understand," but no, he just carries on as if nothing happened.
Nothing.
And you're like, "No, Pete, no."
Pete, you're not that stupid.
No. So then MJ does a lang and turns it out his door
and go.
You know. And you're like, and you think, okay, that's a bit mean. And
that's a bit out of character for MJ, really.
Yeah.
And then what? Then what can we talk about? Jonah Jameson, Eddie Brock, Peter Parker.
Yeah, let's go back to Eddie Brock, who first turns up photographing
Spider-Man at the crane rescue.
Yeah, because this is another point about this film. They all had telescopic vision. There is Gwen Stacy. She's like 100 floors high, and Eddie looks up and goes, "Oh, that's Gwen." Captain Stacy goes, "Oh my God, that's Gwen," and you're thinking, "Oh my God, how can you see this?"
I mean, you know, no offense to James Cromwell, but you're quite old now, James Cromwell. I mean, how have you got that X-ray vision? How have you got the telescopic sight?
How did anyone? I mean, you know, and then all of a sudden the camera, and I'm sure it's a very good and nice camera, but still, it was like there.
I mean, there have been a lot of advances in sort of cameras recently, but I don't know any of them.
We're filming this on a Sony HDR FX1 camera. It's pretty much top of the range in DV cameras.
Oh yeah.
But we couldn't see that far.
No.
No, you know, you'd have to get some form of telescope.
Yep.
So that was a bit unbelievable. So anyway, he comes in and says he's dating Gwen Stacy. I'm like, cool, Eddie Brock is dating Gwen Stacy.
That's nice.
You know, you can see where some of the friction's going to come between him and Parker.
You know, and you can see how they're kind of doppelgangers almost with their respective.
Exactly. But it turns out no. They went for coffee. That one amazing night was actually a cup of coffee, and you're like, okay, is this supposed to set Brock up as a liar for what later happens with his photos, or what? No, it's just crap.
It's just crap. He's a loser, a lying loser. He's even worse than just a liar. He's a loser.
Yeah. So, and the thing is, to be honest, Topher Grace, quite a good-looking guy. So why he wouldn't have a girlfriend? Because he's actually married in the comics, and he loses his wife.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
and his wife even gets possessed by the symbiote a couple of times, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, you know, that all goes a bit pear-shaped.
But I suppose that's lost because he's been made younger so that he's more Peter Parker's doppelganger. So they can really have him married.
Yes, well, again, we'll get on to
that
whole thing later. So that goes on. And then, of course, the symbiote that's been just hanging around
in Peter's room for a few days.
How
much does Peter clean? I mean, oh, dear me, sir.
While he's been listening to this guy, he's had another row with MJ. You know, my Aunt May told MJ about the whole uncle thing, you know, and it's Marco Flynn, and so sort of like MJ comes round and throws another strop.
Well, no, she tries to be nice at first, but then Peter's all, "No, I will catch him and make him pay."
Well, yes,
you know, it's kind of his arrogance first off, and then Lana returns.
Yes, but he still doesn't have the symbiote on him yet, so why he would be like that? Because I take you back to the restaurant. Why do you want to push me out? Why would I push you away? I love you. And then you come to the next scene, and yet he's going,
"I will push you. I will push you."
So that was a bit like,
what are you doing? Silly boy, come to Dagobah.
So anyway, the symbiote gets on him, and we're like, finally, something's going to happen now. Excellent.
Plot motion.
It's going to kick up. Oh, shit, we missed another bit with the Sandman.
Oh, of course, yeah, they have that fight in the van.
Yeah.
Good fight.
So, anyway.
Sandman runs down a street, goes into a bank, grabs some money, comes out, two cops notice him, he dives into an incredibly convenient van.
No, he's just walking around.
Oh, he's just walking
around?
Yeah,
so Sandman's just walking around, and then conveniently, and all the sand in this film is very convenient, let's be honest here, why were they experimenting on sand in the first place? Does anyone know? I don't know.
There are some wonderful defence applications that could be used for turning people into sand.
Yes, we can make glass 3 seconds quicker.
That's right. Lex Luthor is already working on refining the technique.
So he can make glass land.
Precisely. It's Project Leviathan, Lex.
33.1. What they get up to down there.
Oh, it's great.